All right, Q. Here we are looking at your swing from last weekend. Fortunately, I didn't get the home run swing, but you know, I think the biggest thing is you've got a lot of power, good athlete, but some of these mechanics, if you just prove on this, you'll have a lot more consistency. Okay. You can see here how your hands kind of go away and down, and you scrunch in. Okay. What doesn't really matter until you get to heel plant. Okay, so we're going to get you to heel plant. Okay, and we're going to kind of see your position, and the biggest thing I want you to look at is this gap here between your shoulders. You got your hands back, but unfortunately what this does is it ends up straightening your arm way too much. When you get a straight arm like this, it prevents you from swinging around quick enough, and what ends up happening is you get bat lag here, and you get your elbow, big no-no here, you get your elbow going before your hands. Okay, and that's bat lag, so you got your elbow sticking out right here. You do a good job getting your hips through. Okay, your hips are through, as we can see on your leg here, down the stripe. Okay. I'd also like to see that this front leg braces a lot better, okay, and you get in a lot better position. That's kind of how you should line up right there, and you can see the differences in yours, okay. That bat lag there ends up costing you, a lot of power and just getting on plane, okay. It's hard to get the bat on plane when it's lagging behind your hands like that so far, and you end up popping this one straight up, okay? And that happens a lot on you. So I'm going to bring in Ben, and I want to show you kind of the differences that you guys get to. And let's see if I can get this. There we go. I'm going to bring in Ben. Okay. Now, I got you both synced up at load. Okay. Notice his load and your load. The biggest thing I want you to see is his hands and the position of his bat. Okay. And the differences between yours and his right here. Hands, bat, hands, bat. Okay. Now, let's see if I got this synced correctly. Well, we'll just go sync by position. Okay. We get to touch. We get to plant. Okay, now look at the difference between his hands and his bat and his arm versus yours. Okay, bottom half somewhat similar. You're a little bit more crouched over and bent. He's a little bit more upright. Okay, you both kind of taken your step and planted, and you both kind of don't lock that front leg in a little bit. But notice how when I'm going to unlock his. Notice when he comes through, he's got that bat up against, and notice his hands are leading his elbow. See, his elbow is way back here. Okay, you see his elbow and his hands, bat. That's a really good number 3 position. Okay, now if we take you coming back here, you slot that elbow down, but you start leading with that elbow. You see that elbow leads right there. Okay, and that gets you in a bad, not powerful position. Okay, so that's the biggest thing I see on your swing, at least on this swing here. You get there, and it ends up having you coming through and a rollover here. Okay, but it mainly is that lead up right to there. If you can fix that number 3 position and get to the position that Ben's in, and I've told Ben that the only thing I'd like to see him do right here is he needs to have just a little bit more, either a little bit bigger step, or he needs to lock in that leg a little bit sooner. Without that leg locked in, he loses a little bit as the leg straightens. You're going to lose a little energy as the leg straightens. So, but notice his hips are clear. You can see, his pant leg. Okay, you get your hips clear. Problem is that bat is way back there and the elbow's leading. Okay, bud? All right.